Let's start in a restorative rest position. So you can grab your towel or blanket, whatever you have, or again, if you don't have anything, no worries. And just line it up here so that it's right at the base of your spine. Lean back, resting all the way down. So your buttocks can be on the floor and the rest of your upper body is on your prop. From here, you can open your arms wide and close your eyes softly. Go long through your neck, maybe tucking your chin a little. You can even use your hands to pick up your head and pull it a little bit gently. You're welcome to keep your knees bent, or if you'd like a little bit of a stretch for your hips, you can bring the soles to touch and knees come out wide. Just take some nice deep breaths here. Feeling your breath reach all the way down into your belly. Maybe your breath reaches all the way down into your pelvic bowl. Maybe even imagining your breath reaching all the way down into your feet. Maybe starting to feel the space around your heart opening as the muscles in your chest and collar gently soften and release. Softening of the muscles and softening of the soul as you settle in for this practice tonight. Maybe taking a moment to send yourself some gratitude for taking the time out to be here. Taking the time to be present and to be focused on becoming a more peaceful person. This is a great pose for after a long work day. Great pose to just unwind and let go. And opening the front of the body is almost an act of trust. We have so many organs, and we try to protect the front of our body so much so often we don't even realize that we are doing so. So in this pose, just opening ourselves to what the universe has to offer. Be it new experiences, new ideas, new friends. Just a few more breaths here. We've got a nice active practice tonight, so really just allowing yourself a couple more breaths to just be still. Whenever you're ready, you can begin to bring your knees together. Release your arms and then just roll to the side so you can remove your prop here. And you might hug your knees into your chest and rock a little bit side to side. bring your feet down, knees still bent here. Bring your hands to your lower abdominal muscles and press your low back into the mat. So getting rid of that space right here, that little gentle natural arch. And see if you can breathe. Inhale and exhale, keeping that engagement, that slight tuck of the pelvis. So you might think of a dog when he's being shy, or when they're being shy, they kind of tuck their tail. So that's kind of what we're going for here. And then keep this posture as you heel, and step your feet out towards the far corners of your mat, all the way, and then all the way back. Just move nice and slowly, really, really focusing on keeping your back down. We're just gonna go back and forth for about a minute or so. This is a great way to just fire up those abdominal muscles while we're in a little bit more of a restful pose, so that we're ready for those strong balancing poses when we stand. This is also a great exercise if you're just way too tired for any kind of workout, but you just want to check in, you just want to bring a little engagement, kind of wake up the muscles a little bit. And then let that go. You can spread your feet as wide as your mat and just drop your knees to one side. Press your hips forward. Breathe here. And come on over to the other side. You can relax there. I'll just check quick at the newest comments. Better, good. All right. And then you can come back to center. And we'll just take a little figure 4 here. Cross right ankle over left thigh. And just rock a little bit side to side. Nice, soothing, rocking motion here. Feel free to stay and breathe if you find a spot where you really want to stretch. And then you can actually just let your whole leg system drop all the way over to the left. And if that's deeper of a twist than you'd like, you could just unwind, uncross the legs here. And if you want a little more of a stretch, you can use your hand to press your leg away from you. Hope you can see okay. Sometimes it's hard to get an angle that works for the floor and for standing. When you're ready, take your time coming back. And we'll just switch sides here. Left ankle over right thigh. And once again, rocking back and forth. Speaking of making new friends, I walked out of my house yesterday morning. I always go on a walk every morning before work, just a really short one, a quick one. And I was running a little bit late, but just figured I'd get in one lap. And there was a guy standing outside of my house, and he was all chatty. I must have had his coffee, and he wanted to know about us. He was a neighbor, and when I said, okay, I'm gonna go on a walk, he's like, well, why don't we go on a walk together? And it took me a minute to shift my thinking, because I usually have my walk to myself to clear my mind in the morning. But it was wonderful. It was great to meet a new neighbor and learn about some new restaurants, and now have a new friend on the block. All right, if you liked it on the other side, you can drop those knees over to the right side. Any version. If the shape doesn't work for you, just wiggle until you find a place where you feel a nice little stretch, nice little twist. And when you're ready, come back to center, unwind, stretch your legs out long, stretch your arms overhead, reach, reach, reach. And take your sweet time rolling over to one side and coming all the way around to all fours. You'll have to give me 1 second to catch up. Getting my mic pack in here. And a ponytail. So once you get to all fours, you can take a few cat-cow breaths. Maybe inhaling on the cat to round in, pressing down into the mat. And then on the cow, growing long, pulling your shoulder blades together just a little bit. Move at your own pace. And when you're ready, come back to center. Tuck your toes, press down evenly between both hands, all 10 fingers, and lift your hips to the sky. Press your upper body back towards your lower, relax your head. Lift your hips high, high, high. And then begin to lower your heels, begin to straighten your legs. Let's take just a few rounds of breath here. Keep relaxing through your neck, keep lifting through your hips, and keep sinking your upper body towards your lower. On your next inhale, shift forward for plank. Nice strong high push up here. And then drop down to your knees. Bring the big toes together to touch, knees come wide. Reach the arms forward, stretching through your shoulders, and then slide your hips back. Drop your forehead, child's pose. When you're ready, walk yourself to kneeling. Clasp your hands in front of your chest, take a deep breath. Exhale, press your palms forward. Rounding in, relax your head. Inhale, palms to the sky. And exhale, hands come back and down. Hands clasp in front, opposite thumb on top, inhale. Exhale, hands press forward. Inhale, hands reach. And exhale, sweep back. Roll your shoulders a couple times here. And bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to just breathe and notice how you feel. When you're ready, we'll transition to standing. Keep your hands together and use your less dominant leg to propel you to stand. Move mindfully here. Once you get to standing, bring your hands right in front of your belly. Maybe imagine that you have a glowing orb right here, a ball of light, a ball of energy. On your inhale, you can close your eyes if you'd like. Imagine that ball pressing out into your hands. Your hands expand. And on the exhale, your hands gently come in towards that ball. Keep going just like that. Really seeing if you can feel that energy in between your hands. The movement of your hands can be subtle. Just notice any sensation in your palms. Just a couple more rounds of breath. And when you're ready, you can let that go. Drop your hands, but see if you can feel that energy still staying in your palms and your fingertips. As you inhale, reach the arms high to the sky, maybe even lifting up onto your toes. Reach, reach, reach. And drop down to your heels, forward fold. Relax here. Inhale to lift halfway, come to a flat back. And exhale, fold. Roll to stand, moving one vertebrae at a time, stacking your spine long. And arms reach, maybe coming up to the toes once more. And forward fold. Great job. Stay with it. Inhale, lift. And exhale, fold. Slowly rise. Last one. Move at your own pace with your own breath. And when you're done, you can pause with your hands at heart center. Spread your feet a little bit wider, nice and wide. We're gonna head towards warrior two here. Left foot is parallel with the back of the mat, and right foot points towards the short end of the mat. Bend into your right leg. You can just bend and straighten a few times, maybe growing a little wider if you've got the space. Doesn't have to be a huge step since it's your first warrior two of the day, but it can be if it feels good. Hands come to the hips, feel yourself grounding down through your legs, grow tall through your spine, and this time we're gonna stay and hold. Just focusing on the legs a little bit for a moment. And maybe gazing over that right knee. You can look down and notice if your knee is a little forward or a little back and bring it right over the heel. Notice any shaking of your body or your mind, maybe wanting to get out of this pose, and see if you can hold for just one more breath or two. Straighten through your front leg. Arms come up to parallel. Bump your left hip out, reach right, forward, forward, forward. And then go for it. Right hand comes down, left hand comes up. Opening through your hips, opening through your chest. If this is a little bit much on your head can be forward or facing the ground. And if it feels okay, you might gaze up at your fingertips. Keep your chin tucked, neck long. And then use the strength of your core to come back through center. We're going to flow back and forth a couple times. So come to warrior two, straighten through your leg, and triangle. Take your time moving between these two poses, spending as much time on the transitions as you do in the pose here. Maybe getting a little bit lower on your leg now for triangle. And let's make this the last one, whichever you're on. Come back to center, toes face forward. Hands come to the hips, take a deep breath. All right, that's a challenging pose to hold for a while, so no worries if you needed to take breaks or come out a little bit early. Other side, so left toes now face the small end of the mat. Bend into your left knee. You can straighten and bend a couple times. And then when you're ready, staying and holding. Just gazing over your left knee. Press down into your front heel rather than gripping in your toes. And then slowly come back to straight legs. Arms reach out to parallel. Bump your right hip out. Reach, reach, reach with your left fingertips. And go for it. Triangle on the other side. Open through your chest, pressing your hips forward a little bit to open through your hips. So once again, we're just gonna flow back and forth. Go at your own pace here. Doesn't have to be perfectly one breath with one movement. Just move how feels good for you. I think I forgot that reach step one or two times here, but reaching before you come down to the triangle really does help you get a little bit deeper. Helps the spine stay nice and long too. Great job, everyone. Let's make this the last round. Hands to the hips. Bring the toes forward. We'll take a forward fold. Reach the hips back. Hands can come to the floor. Bring the weight back in the heels and walk the hands out far. Almost like a really wide-legged downward dog. From here, you can walk your hands over to the left side, getting a stretch in the outside of your left leg. Breathe here. And slowly walk over to the right side. And back to center. Place your right hand right under your face. If it's a little bit uncomfortable on your wrist, you can come to a fist instead. And then left hand can come to your hip as you gently twist open to the left side. Maybe your hand stays there, or maybe it slides down and reaches for your right leg. And if that's sounding a little bit complicated, just stay wherever you are. Either way, spine long, neck long, chin tucked, breathe. On your next exhale, slowly, slowly, gently unwind. Pause in the middle here. Take a breath. And other side. Left hand comes down or fist below the face. Right hand comes to the hip for a gentle twist open. And maybe that hand slides back and reaches for the left leg. Slowly, gently unwind. Come to center and breathe. Walk your hands to the right leg and pivot to face the small end of your mat, coming down for a low lunge. So right leg forward, left leg back in a low lunge here. You can untuck your back toes. We're just going to breathe for a moment. Sink your hips as low as feels good for you. So you can stay right here, or you might want to press down into your heel. And we'll take a big circle with the arms, reaching the fingertips to the sky and all the way back down. Once you get to the floor, stretch through your front leg, toes rock towards the face. You can drop your toes and readjust however feels good here to get a deeper stretch. And then you can just lift and lower the toes a few times, sliding your heel to whatever distance feels just right for you. And then come all the way forward. Heel toe your foot so that your toes are facing the corner of your mat and both hands can come in between. If you want to come down to your forearms, you can for this lizard variation, or you can just stay right here. Take some nice deep breaths. Keep your core tucked. That will help your low back stay nice and strong. When you're ready, you can just heel toe your foot out and slide it back. We're going to do a little arm strengthening here. So coming to from all fours, shift forward with your knees down so that your shoulders are over your wrists. We're just going to take a couple little tricep push-ups here, just lowering slowly and then pressing back up. We're just going to do 3 times. And then on the 4th time, lower all the way down. Bring your legs together to touch. Press the tops of your feet down into the mat. Hands under your shoulders or maybe by the sides of your ribs here. Elbows tucked in. Chin tucked, neck long. Inhale for cobra. We're gonna hold here for just about 3 rounds of breath. Nice and strong through your back. And lower down, drop your left cheek to the mat and breathe. Feel your backside filling with air. So from here, bring your head back to neutral. Arms come out like goalposts. And just use your left hand for support as you slowly roll your body onto the right side. So whole right side of your body is down on the mat. Just breathing here, getting a nice stretch through the chest. So we started class with a gentle chest opener. Now here is a pretty deep one. For more of a stretch, press down into your hand, your right hand. And your top leg can just kind of float and hang, or you can bend it, or relax it. Couple more deep breaths, releasing anywhere you're holding tension in your arm or your chest or your neck. And then slowly come back to center and other side. Left hand comes out, arm like a goalpost, and flip onto the left side. And come back to center. Press yourself back up to all fours and to a closed-kneed child's pose. Slide your hands back by your feet and just breathe into your back, especially filling up your low back here with breath. When you're ready, slide yourself back up. Roll your shoulders a couple times. Walk your hands out nice and wide and drop your chin to your chest. Slowly roll right ear to right shoulder. And left ear to left shoulder. Just go back and forth a couple times, or if you'd like and it feels okay for you, you can make a full circle. Noticing anywhere you feel a hitch or a glitch. And just being very gentle with yourself. Maybe instead of dropping the head and the full weight of the head, think of drawing a circle with the crown of your head. And if you're doing circles, you can reverse. And come back to center. Bring your hands to heart center, prayer position. Just pause and breathe. When you're ready, you can come forward to all fours or just step your left foot forward. We're going to do the other side here. So coming to a low lunge on the left side, drop your hips as low as feels good and just take a few breaths. Keep your core tucked, spine long, neck long. If you'd like, press down in your heel, reach your arms to the sky, big circle. Calm down and rock back. One more time, we're gonna come forward, big circle. And rock back, maybe sliding your foot forward this time, stretching your toes towards your face. And you can drop your toes, giving a stretch through the top of your shin and ankle. And just go back and forth however you like here. When you're ready, shift forward, heel toe, your foot out a little bit, toes facing the corner of the mat, hands come inside for a lizard variation. As you're ready, you can slide your left foot back and come forward, dropping your hips for a version of upward facing dog. Pressing your ears away from your shoulders. And shift back for any version of child's pose you'd like. When you're ready, come on up, and we'll just come to cross-legged here. Let's start right shin in front of the left. Hands can come to the tops of the legs. You can close your eyes, sit up nice and tall, relax your shoulders. Relax through your pelvis, softening through your low back. And maybe imagine releasing your head letting it fall back into its own shadow. Slight tuck of the chin. And when you're ready, bring your weight forward for a big circle to the left and back and right and forward. Move at your own pace here, maybe beginning to link your breath with your movement. Maybe an inhale as you come forward and an exhale as you come back. Seeing if you can slow down your circles and at the same time slowing down your breath. Begin to make your circles smaller and smaller, spiraling inward. Imagine that with each spiral inward, you grow taller and taller. And when you get to the center, come to stillness, feeling your spine long and relaxed. Stay here if you'd like, or for a little stretch, walk forward onto your forearms or all the way down, dropping your head. And breathe here. Take your time walking your way back up. Switch your legs so the opposite shin is in front. And we'll take those circles in the other direction, moving forward, right, back, and left. Close your eyes, coming back to that same breath. Maybe slowing it down even more. Beginning to make your circles smaller and smaller, spiraling inward and growing taller and taller. Once you get to center, come to still. take a moment to just observe anywhere in your mind or your body where you might be holding on to resentments, especially resentment of yourself. Feelings of guilt over not doing a good enough job, not doing good enough at work, saying something you didn't mean, making a bad choice, anything at all. Just take a moment to recognize that if it's in your mind, if it's something you feel in your body, then that guilt, that feeling of shame, you've already observed, you've already learned what you needed to learn from it. Now it is time to move on, to let it go. Trust that by letting it go, we can do an even better job in the future. Mistakes are a natural and normal part of life. Maybe even imagining the forgiveness that you would give to your most beloved friend or most beloved family member or even pet. Can you show yourself that same forgiveness, that same grace? In an act of humbling, in an act of letting go, walk forward, release your head down to the floor or wherever it lands, just relaxing here. An act of surrender. You are worthy of forgiveness. You deserve your own trust in what you can do in the future. When you're ready, walk your way back up. Come all the way down to lying on your back. And you might grab your blanket or your towel that you used from the beginning of class and give yourself a nice little gentle tuck in here. Of course, you can feel free to take any final poses that feel good on your way down or when you get there. Something nice I like to do is to tuck myself in so that I can let my legs sort of release and not have to do any work to stay bent. All right, once you're all cuddled in there, just take a moment to come back to observing your breath. Maybe bring your hands to your belly. Just observe the rise and the fall. Releasing your entire body down to the floor, letting go of any tension, any guilt, any fear. You can pick it back up later if you want to, but for now you don't need it, just let it go. Just giving yourself a few minutes vacation from the negative thoughts. And if you'd like, maybe just letting your mind toss around this idea that's already known deep within your bones, deep within every cell of your body. This idea, I am good. I am kind, and I am strong. I am good, I am kind, and I am strong. If there's an important message that you've forgotten this week, you can feel free to also repeat that to yourself. Any positive affirmation that helps you come back to that place of peacefulness, that place of remembering that you are good. Take a scan of your body, just noticing anywhere you might be holding on to tension. And just welcome and invite a greater flow of energy into that space. If your mind has wandered, just bringing it back for the last couple of breaths. All you need is one breath to completely shift your attention, your focus, your energy. One breath to shift your day, your week, and your life. Let this next breath be full. Let this next breath be nourishing. And let this next breath be uplifting. Maybe even welcoming a little smile as you open your eyes. Stretch your arms overhead and take your time coming to one side and all the way up to seated. When you get there, bring your hands to heart center. Feel your palms press into each other, your chest nice and tall and proud. Reach your fingertips to the sky. Big circle. And one more time, arms reach. And palms meet at heart center. May you take this sense of peacefulness with you through the rest of your night, the rest of your week, and the rest of your life. Thank you so, so very much for being here and practicing with Matt and I. The light in me seeks out the light in you. Namaste. Good night, everyone. Have a wonderful Tuesday evening and a great week, and I'll see you next week, same time, same place.